Okay.
All right, Clayton, final check-in.
Yeah.
I got you for a minute because we already did like a long
Thanks,
podcast. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, the trip out went well. I took a tumble this morning.
No.
It's actually not as nearly as bad. Totally scraped my hand, but other than that, like, body checks out just fine, and the rest of the body's fine.
Did you fall on a run? Or?
Yeah, I fell this morning on my run. I felt so silly. Like, totally scuffed up my brand new A6 Bandit shoes, and I was like, oh, these bad boys are white, and now they're, anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm feeling good. One thing that really has kind of settled maybe since our last conversation is just how prestigious this race is. Connor and I are ranked super high, higher than or low, I don't know how you'd say it. We're ranked 17th or 18th or something like that. And yeah, we've got our work cut out for us, and that's exciting.
Yeah. When you see Evans Chebet on the stage saying like he's ready to go,
Yeah.
a little scary?
For sure. I mean, Evans Chebet is the one that made the move in New York that I wasn't able to cover, right? Maybe I could have covered, but I decided to let go. We were going 4:08 pace down Queensboro Bridge, and I was like, this is a little too hot for me, and that's maybe a move I should have covered. And so now it's thinking, do I run my race or which moves do I cover? And, as I alluded to, like, I've kind of set myself up to be able to cover moves late in this race. But to see Evans Chebet, gunning forward, and then John Career, good friend of mine, I knew him before he was the John Career, just as an A6 athlete and a friend, and I'm really excited to see how he does on this course, especially he's had some good ones here, and CC Lema, man, I mean, he's a legend, 2-1 guy, so.
What kind of advice have you gotten about Boston specifically?
Oh, there's so much. I've been going back and watching the last, couple races to kind of pull my own advice, and then a lot of it comes from Deslin and then Nick Keflezighi. Actually, listening to their books has helped a lot. Just a lot of, it's funny, you hear them talk about the race, and I feel like they would stress a lot of patience, but I feel like, to be honest, the marathon, especially Boston, is a different game now, with shoes and with nutrition. Like, you can kind of pound and fly down those hills more than you used to. So I think we're in an era where we're going to start to see some new strategies, not only in the marathon, but especially Boston, that first 15 miles. So yeah, I guess the advice is, patience. Don't break 4:40 the first mile, but I wouldn't be surprised if we fly even faster. So I take every bit of patience with a grain of salt.
All right, Clayton, my final thought on how this race might unfold, and you tell me what's the more likely scenario.
Yeah.
Connor goes out hard,
Yeah.
maybe blows up, right? You have to assess risk there. Do you go with a Connor move, or do you play cleanup duties possibly in the late stages of the race?
Yeah, Connor and I talked about this, even the last couple of days, like how it'd almost be easy to take top 10, right? Just being patient. But I think I cover moves. I think that's, like, obviously I know my limits and I got to be careful, but I'm going to, there were some very key moves I covered in Paris that I wouldn't have placed as high as I did if I didn't. And so I think I want to tell myself I will cover those moves. Now, if Connor does take it out, I think he's become more and more of a patient and strategic runner more than ever. And so I'd be surprised if he took it out, to be honest. Can he take it out? Absolutely. But I think his best strategy is patience as well.
Yeah. All right, well, it sounds like you're ready to swing for the fences.
That's the goal, as long as I can.
Appreciate it.